My name is David. In my everyday life, I go by Voce. I'm 34 years old, and I'm a neurosurgeon in Nashville, Tennessee. When I was about 11 years old, my father was diagnosed with a brain tumor. For about 6 months, I watched as countless surgeons, cancer doctors, worked to try and extend his life, and ultimately succumbed to a horrible death. Going off to college at UCLA, I had this idea of, well, maybe I'll try science. I ended up loving it. I ended up moving to the University of Chicago for medical school, fell in love with research there and medicine, and that takes me to present day where I'm finishing up my training in neurosurgery and also doing neurosurgical oncology research. Loyalty in this game has no place. I will be the first to take my scalpel and stab someone in the back. Survivors ready? I am.
Hey, my name is Heather and I am from Charleston, South Carolina. I am currently a stay-at-home mom and I want to be the oldest woman to win Survivor. I think going in with the wisdom that I have at 52, that's going to be an advantage because you kind of know what not to rock and to trust your intuition. When I was on the roller derby team, you had this persona. It's like something happened when you put those skates on.
My name is Heather Aldrett and I'm Boom Boom Bell.
And I want to go into Survivor with that same gusto. I'm the type, I don't quit. I don't quit. It's like the little engine that just kept on going no matter what. I'm going to keep on going no matter what. I can make fire. I can forage. I know how to crab. I know how to use a fishing net. I know how to fish. My dad's name's Bubba. I mean, come on. I know how to do some stuff.
Hi, my name is Eric Abraham. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and I'm a cybersecurity analyst. Going to high school, I participated in Army ROTC, ran track, was on the drill team, which is funny because I joined the Air Force. I would describe myself as a exciting, cheerful, happy-go-lucky type of person. For me, the easiest part is going to be Survivor, just to communicate. I have the ability for my background to be able to talk to people, no matter where you're from. My first strategy is to get to know my teammates, what's their assets, what their liabilities are, communicate with them, always motivating them. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to cut your throat. I think I could be sole survivor because I'm the ultimate package. Physically, they can't beat me. Mentally, I've been preparing through the military. Ruby, my mama, did not send her baby boy out here to be second. Let's do this.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm 25. I'm a law student from Los Angeles, but I currently live in New York. I would describe myself as a very confident, candid, sexy individual. My confidence is definitely nature and nurture. Things did come easier to me. I do think I'm naturally athletic. And then also my parents just nursed this ego from the moment I was born. Like, I was their first child, I'm the only daughter, and I set the bar really high. I think pre-merge, I want to focus more on the base, and the base being building strong relationships. And then once I kind of establish where everybody else is going, I'm so dynamic, I can go anywhere. But my basic strategy is see tomorrow, because everyone's looking to the end of the game, but you can't get there without getting to tomorrow. So if that means lying, then I lie. I'll deal with the repercussions.
I'm Cass. I'm 40 years old. I'm from Tehachapi, California, and I'm an attorney. I love this game. I've never missed an episode. I'm just excited. It's surreal to be a fan and to be here. Just when years you've watched and just randomly apply on a whim. And then here you are. My strategy is what it is in the legal profession. I always go in unassuming. I dress down. I wear cheap suits that don't fit, flat shoes, so I'm shorter than them. I let everyone appear that they're more intelligent, more strong than me. Yes, sir, yeah, you are better than me. Yeah, I went to night school. I do suck. And then at the end of the day, I just give them the old haymaker. I think that can happen out here. I think people like to judge people, especially this game, because it seems people want to present themselves. They want to appear their best. I want to appear my worst. I want to go in and rise to the top as it comes along. I don't want people knowing anything about me. Well, I'm telling people that I am an animal handler at the family ranch. I'm not telling anybody I'm an attorney. I will admit I've been to college because I don't think anyone would buy that my vocabulary came out of, high school. So I'm not going to tell anyone I'm an attorney. It's a young crowd. I think that people are biased against lawyers, as they should be. And yeah, I don't think I come off as such. And that's part of my success, is always acting like something I'm not. I'm not underestimating anyone. You know, you always have to assume everyone's a little smarter or faster or quicker. You know, but no, inside you probably are. At least one of those things. You know, I think I look like a mom. I mean, I look like I'm headed to the AYSO soccer party with oranges, right? So I think that's the impression people will have of me. At the end of the day here, I'm not here to make friends or have a new family. I'm here to play this game, and I want to.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I work in life sciences and healthcare consulting, and I'm from Sherman Oaks, California. I think I'm a very strong young lady, and I don't get pushed around very easily. Very athletic and strong physically, and I think that that's a good example to set for young girls. I'll contribute to the tribe by bringing my positive attitude, and I'm a very hard worker as well. Tried to come up with a couple strategies coming in. I think I definitely like to lay low for as long as possible and just try to find the right moment to make a move, just because I think if you come out swinging, people are going to want to get rid of you earlier on. In order to win Survivor, you need to be very perceptive of people, but you also need to be aware of people's perceptions of you. The best survivors are the people who really dig deep and give everything they have and just play an all-out game. I feel like that's something I've lived by my whole life.
My name is Jeannie Chen. I am 46 years old and I work at a grocery store. I grew up in Los Angeles, California. I'm a hard worker at everything I do. They call me Jeannie Machini at work because I'm like the Terminator. What I want to do is I want to play the game where I can make good moves and still have people like me at the end. The social players like Suri, I really admired her gameplay. However, I do know that the social player rarely gets the $1 million. So I'm going to be the first. I'm always going to treat somebody with respect. Even if I'm trying to blindside you, I'm going to do it as respectful as possible. People I work with, they're always happy to see me, because not to like toot my own horn, but people love me, so I feel like I'm a good person to just keep the morale high, because it's gonna be tough out there. I'm pumped!
My name is Xander Hastings. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and I develop apps. Started my own company for coding and developing apps. I was born a month or two after Borneo aired. I'm 20, you know, and when you associate people with being young, it's like naive and experienced, and I try to be anything but. I would say I've been training my whole life for this. I'm used to eating basic things like fish and rice. I run 13 miles a day. I'm in the epitome of shape right now. I definitely think my strategy should be oriented around being a provider, being someone who's strong for the team, but honestly being a good presence. I want people to enjoy having me around and have fun with me. Like the same way I approach life, just making friends and having a good time. But cutting their throats.
My name is Trish Hegarty. I'm 47 years old. I'm from Needham, Massachusetts, outside of Boston, and I'm a Pilates instructor. I have been wanting to do Survivor since the first show. Survivor has just got everything that I love people, I love to swim. I'm really low maintenance. I mean, I need for nothing, and I just knew that I could win this, and I could get the money, and I could get myself where I need to be. I just tell myself over and over again, I'm tenacious, I'm strong, I'm willful, I'm determined, I will do this, I will win, and I say it over and over and over and over. And I've sort of manifested all of this and created all of this in my own mind. I every night just visualize and put it out there and just try to create it by putting the energy out there. I had to prepare myself that I'm not going to always be able to have my integrity in check, and I'm not going to come out of here with friends, and not everyone's going to like me, and I'm not going to like everybody. And I've really had to have some deep conversations with myself. Like, you can't be. It's not that I'm Mrs. Nice Guy, but I like to take care of people. I like to make sure everybody's okay, and I can't do that here. I don't like to put myself in a position where there's somebody that I don't like to align with, because I do recognize that sometimes when you judge people or you get a first impression on somebody, sometimes you can be really, really dead wrong. And I like to be a little bit more objective when I look into people. I didn't come in here with any illusions that I know I'm going to be bitten from head to toe. I know I'm going to be starving. I know I'm going to be irritated by people that probably are going to irritate me. I know I'm going to have to keep my patience. I know I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut. I know I'm going to have to keep my temper in check. And so I know that. Whether I can do that or not, I don't know, but I'm not going to be sitting there on day 30 going, oh, I'm so hungry, you know, because I watch the show. Everyone's hungry, you know? That's what I signed up for. One thing that I've always said is don't ever lose sight of your dreams, because when your dreams die, your soul dies. And here I am.
My name is Chantel Smith. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, and I am a pastor, and I'm 34 years old. I think the best players are who they are in the game, who they are in real life. And so I think what I'm going to bring to the game is just like the offer of authentic relationship, which is a big value when you're playing Survivor and you can't trust anybody. But also, I am pretty sneaky. Like, I'm pretty smart and I'm pretty quick on my feet. So while I want to gain the trust of my tribe mates, I'm also not concerned about like slitting their throats in the end. People will blindside you, people will lie to you, but right alongside of loyalty, I value forgiveness more. I'm not here to prove that I can be a sole survivor. I'm here to prove that I can be a winner. I just want to thrive in this game. Now it's a time to thrive and now's a time to win. And I feel like I've got enough tools in my toolbox to do it. Let's just see if the survivor gods and the greatest God is with me.
My name is Tony. I'm 39 years old. I was born and raised in Jersey City, New Jersey, and I'm a police officer. I've been watching the show for 7 years now, 8 years, so I'm a good fan of it. I can appreciate the game, and I think I got what it takes. When I watch the show, I see how everybody's like trying to manipulate everybody, trying to scheme and scam their way through things, and that's what I deal with in the streets. That's what I do for a living. So I'm like, that's easy. Nobody's gonna outwit me in the streets. Nobody's gonna outwit me on Survivor. So I said, let me give it a shot, and here I am today. I'm gonna bring everything but honesty, honor, integrity, loyalty. I'll save that for back home in the motherland. That's what I do for a living. I'm a family man, I'm married, I have a wife, I have a beautiful little daughter, and I save that for that. Out here in Survivor, I'm gonna do everything but that. Strategically, in order to beat your opponent, you have to think like them. You have to put your feet in their shoes. Same thing on the streets. When I'm trying to apprehend a criminal or I'm trying to find somebody, I gotta think like them. And that's how I do it out there, and that's how I'm gonna do it out here. And that's the only way you can win in a strategic game. You have to think like your opponent, and then you gotta think one step ahead of them. My strengths, my personality, my adaptation, I can adapt to anything, you know. Back home, I don't adapt to nothing. It's like, this is the way I want it, that's it. This is how it's gotta be done. Over here, you want me to get you water? Here, I'll get you water. You want me to laugh with the challenges? After the challenges, everybody's all sweaty and slimy and they hug you and they go, oh, I'm gonna skeeve that so much, but I'm gonna be there with a smile on my face, hugging them with all the sweat swapping. I don't like that, but I'm gonna have to deal with it. I don't like bugs biting me. I don't like the sun burning down on me, sweating. I don't like none of that. I don't like plants. I don't like none of this, but I'm gonna deal with it. Just like when I go to work, I leave my emotions, my heart on the table. I go out there and I do my thing. Same thing here. I'm gonna be focused on what I have to do. Why? I'm playing a game. I'm playing to win. And that's the only way you move ahead here. Somebody's failure is your success. It's that simple. And everybody should know that. So the way you play the game out here has nothing to do with the way you live your life. Nothing to do with it. Out here on this island, the wrong is gonna feel right. I'm here for the money. I'm here for the fortune.
My name is Shatia. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida. I live in Chicago, Illinois now, and I am a nuclear engineer. I think a lot of people, you know, they look at me and just see a pretty face. I mean, I was considered a nerd growing up, you know, gangly, you know, not very girly. I was more of a tomboy and that sort of thing. And then I kind of went off to college and, you know, did girly things like join a sorority and started taking a little bit more care of my appearance. So I guess the nerd came first, and I guess beauty, if you want to call it that, came later. I modeled from like 2003 until 2006, 2007. And I was with Ford Models. I had a career, I traveled, I went to abroad to model. But it just wasn't what I wanted to do long term. You know, when I was thinking about myself, do I want to be a 40-year-old, you know, ex-model, or do I want to be a 40-year-old nuclear engineer? And that was kind of a no-brainer for me. I am generally attracted to smart people. I do heart nerds too. Nerds are awesome. I am very much looking forward to the adventure of Survivor. The complaining, I know I'm gonna be complaining. I'm like, it's hot, I'm tired, shut up, leave me alone. And I'm gonna love every minute of it, because, you know, that's even more that I, you know, can brag about and experiencing. I'm a collector of experiences, you know, and doing things that are out of the ordinary. My strategy is to be very, very relatable. The thing that I always see in all the survivors is nobody wants to vote out the person that they genuinely want to be around. Like, if you are useful and people like you and they make a connection with you, maybe they'll vote, you know, eventually they'll probably vote you off, but you last longer. I want to be the person, the rock, the person that's reliable, the person you want to have at your side, the person that, you know, isn't the huge, just out there threat. I'm very devious. I have no problem. I mean, like, I like to come off as, you know, just nice and friendly, but I have no problem stabbing you in the back and being very nice about it. I feel like I'll do what needs to be done. Like, I might come off all sunshiny and friendly, but I will vote you out. I will hold your hand, I will look you in the eye and say you are safe at tribal council and write your name on the paper. I didn't take off time from work and come out here to sit on a hot beach, not to win $1 million. I came to win, and I'll do what needs to be done.
My name is Samuel Liotti. I'm 19 years old. I'm a pet cremator from Las Vegas, Nevada. Survivor is a year older than I am, so it's such a unique experience to be out here at such a young age, but I 100% believe I will be the youngest winner in Survivor history. That's not cockiness. I truly believe I have what it takes to come out and outwit, outplay, and outlast everybody else, because I put myself in a lot of positions where I've had to interact with a lot of different kind of people at such a young age. Like pet cremation, you know, people are at their lowest of lows when they lose a pet. You gotta be able to read the room, go in there and get the job done. In fast-paced, high-pressure situations, somebody like me, I run off of pure adrenaline all the time. Like, I'm burning fat just talking right now. And with Survivor, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna put on the best show that I possibly can. And some would say, I'm not ready for this experience. The game is older than I am, but to those people, I say...
My name is Spencer Bledsoe. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia originally, but now I go to the University of Chicago and I'm 21 years old. I'm a chess expert. I've played chess since I was 8 years old, so pretty much all of my conscious life. When I was 17 years old, I won the state high school championship in Georgia. I became the state high school champion. When I was 1 year older, I went to the World Open chess tournament and I tied for first place in the Class A section. I won like $6,000, and that was enough to propel my rating high enough to be considered a US expert. I can relate chess to pretty much anything I do. It's an analytical game where you're thinking about everyone's, you know, pluses and minuses and how something can work out for you or it could kill you in the end. And Survivor's just like that, where you need to think about how something's going to work for you in the long term and not just the short term. I'm very used to being the smartest person in the room. I'm, you know, very prepared to kind of speak a different language with people and kind of cater to their level of speaking. I don't want to come off as too aloof. I don't want to come off as too intelligent. I definitely don't want to come off as this mastermind that's going to be a strategic threat. I want to go in on day one and show people that I'm easy to get along with. I know that people are going to wonder why the hell I'm here. I'm not a huge physical guy. I'm not a male model, so people are going to probably assume I'm a huge fan and that I'm smart, both of which are true and both of which I need them to back off of, because I don't want people thinking I'm a super fan. I don't want people thinking I'm a genius. I just want to get along and I want to get my foot in the door, and then I can start approaching people and make an important day one alliance that can carry me through the end of the game. You can't go into the game and just sit back and wait for things to happen. You have to make moves. You know, I'm not going to go into the game and just sit in an alliance the entire time and hope it takes me to the end, because that rarely works. You have to turn on people. You have to know when it's time to cut ties, and I'm not going to make any friendships to the point where I'm going to be afraid to do that. I know that you can play this game too fast, and I'm antsy to get going. I want to make moves and I want to play a big game, but I have to remember that people might not be playing at the same pace, so I'm going to have to tone it down and perhaps wait for the right time to make a big move. I love blindsides. They're entertaining on TV. In my view, they're going to be even more entertaining when I'm sitting next to the person laughing at them. I would love to see someone blindsided. I don't want to be blindsided myself, but I think it would be very fun to see someone's hopes and dreams come collapsing down at my hands. I just really want to see a good game played and want to be a part of it. And I know that's going to mean some hard feelings, and I'm probably going to be on the receiving end of a lot of them. But
Sarah, I'm 29 years old from Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and I'm a police officer. As a police officer, we pay attention to detail. I, myself and other, police officers notice things that normal people don't. We just, sometimes at work we'll joke around, we'll be like, oh, we're trained observers, but it's the truth, we are. If the police show up, it's usually not a good thing. And so you've either done something wrong or you need help. And oftentimes what you're trying to get is a story. And that's what everybody's out here doing, is gonna be telling a story. I pay real close attention to detail, and I think I'll be able to figure out whether someone's feeding me a line or not. I'm a huge fan of the show. I mean, it's an awesome concept, and I get to be a part of it. I've been athletic, and played sports all my life, and just constantly competing, and I would say one of my downfalls is my competitiveness. It sometimes is overwhelming, and just, I just can't shut it off sometimes. I think, physically, definitely I will be one of the stronger females. And probably even stronger than some of the males. Alliance is huge for me. I want to get that. I want to get one person, and then I want to assign us both to go out and grab one person. So now we've got 4, but we secretly know it's us 2, and then you just kind of make this bubble around you of people, so when the bullets start flying, they're getting hit and you're not. So that's kind of my strategy for the game, is get tight with somebody and then build our circle from there. If I make an alliance and it's not benefiting me, I'm jumping. I mean, you can't stay. You'll go down. When it's time to go, it's time to go. I think I'll pick up on it soon enough that I can start to distance myself and start to wedge myself somewhere else to where it won't be so obvious. I'm out here to win $1 million. Right now, do what you need to do to win